right, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's not that happy. RITHMIC sucks. I am going to be sim trading today because that's the safest thing to do. I don't want to put my actual accounts at risk knowing that RITHMIC sucks. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I need to do this real quick. Give me 1 second. Good morning, Applejacks. Good morning, Trenches. How are you guys this morning? Good morning. Yeah, see, I knew it. I fucking knew it. Why? They're literally still showing my my P&L from Thursday. Why is that still a thing? I literally have not traded since Thursday. Look. I've not traded since Thursday. Why is my P&L still there? Oh yeah, Applejacks, and I meant to tell you what you said about Tradeovate because y'all was having issues. I can say the RITHMIC issue today is clearly widespread. There are people, good morning, Granny. There are people having issues on Thinkorswim, other prop firms. I feel like I saw somebody say Fidelity. Like, it just seems like a data issue all across the board today. But I've had it up to here with RITHMIC. Seriously. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? Top Step said our RITHMIC is fine. I don't know. I will have to go in the Discord chat to see, but they did post screenshots of other prop firms that are having issues, and I feel like Top Step was one of them. I could be wrong. I did take one trade. I'm gonna figure out how to put my P&L over there for the sim account, but I did take one trade at loss, and it's a setup that I have a question mark on anyway, because I don't know if I like for the POC to be in the wick of the candle for that particular setup. I think I only want it to be in the body of the candle, but I'll see after this stream is over. I'll just have to go look at it again. Like, it's setting up the exact same way right now with the POC and the wick again, so I guess I could see what'll end up happening. I'm not going to take the trade. I think I want to solidify just having it in the body of the candle. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me go see if it was somebody from Top Step saying they had issues as well. But yeah, y'all, when I tell you I'm over it, and I'm gonna probably rant in a second. Let's see. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not gonna get into this trade, because right now it's setting up the way I want it to be. But yeah, like, legit, I did not trade on Friday. I did not trade yesterday. I didn't even get out of bed either of those 2 days. Let's see. People on Thinkorswim and Schwab are reporting issues. TickTickTrader community is saying issues. There are people in the Top Step server who also said I was just disconnected from 3 different firms at the same time. Make it 4. So yeah, they're lying. And the funniest thing to me about when Top Step and other prop firms are saying, oh, you guys keep having issues over there, we don't have issues over here. All you're doing is telling people that you're not as successful as that other firm. That's why your server is not affected, because you don't have nearly as many traders as the other firm has. But anyway, I didn't trade yesterday, so I missed it. I'm not with Apex RITHMIC, and my RITHMIC was messed up. See? It took me 30 minutes to get on Thinkorswim. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm going to tell y'all where my frustration lies with all of this. I told y'all I bought my first accounts in May of 2022. Within 90 days, I was complaining about RITHMIC because the data submission lag, all of those things that I experienced with RITHMIC, I never, in all of my years of futures trading, I have never, on Thinkorswim, anywhere else, I've never experienced that crap, ever. And when they would say like, oh, well, it's a NinjaTrader issue, no, it's not. Because this year will be my 5th year anniversary of having a lifetime license on NinjaTrader, and I traded without my lifetime license on NinjaTrader for a couple of years before I got the lifetime license. I never, with my CQG data, or even when I started buying data directly through NinjaTrader via the back office, I've never, and I mean never, experienced any of the crap that we've experienced with RITHMIC. Never. And I'm not just talking about what's happening in the last couple of weeks. I'm talking about period. I've been complaining since the beginning. And for me to see the issues that long ago, when the servers were not overloaded, when the company was not nearly as successful as it is now, it's insane to watch this crap happen. Seriously, it's insane. And for me, number one, there is a reason why. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys something. I want to show y'all something. Let me see if I can find it. All right, this is directly from Sierra Chart's website. Let me make it as big as I can. It is mandatory to read this section when using RITHMIC with Sierra Chart, and especially when using RITHMIC market data. You will have problems and issues and a poor impression when using RITHMIC market data with Sierra Chart, in particular with historical data. It says in particular, but just period. You've been advised about this in advance. There are ongoing historical data issues with RITHMIC and issues with real-time market data, in particular depth market data. Sierra Chart does not recommend using RITHMIC historical real-time data under any circumstances. You will have problems. This is guaranteed. You have been warned in advance. RITHMIC has been made aware of them. In any case, historical data from other sources is always very substandard to historical data provided from Sierra Chart historical data services. Therefore, for the best and most reliable experience, blah, 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 blah. If you are using services like Apex, you must use the easy solution method to authorize the real-time data from any or all of the CME group exchanges. This is a platform that has for a long time now had a whole error message in regards to using that data provider. I'm just saying. For me, I understand that you as the data provider, you probably love the fact that you're getting all of this business, right? But it's clear as day that you can't handle it. And the more the prop firms grow, the worse it gets for you. At what point are you going to contract outside of the IT techs that you have within your company? At what point are you going to contract outside of the company to find real help? It is clear that however you maintain your sim servers, it's not right. I don't know if you need separate servers for maybe evals versus PAs for each. I wouldn't even say each prop, because the other props clearly don't have this issue because they're not as successful in this moment. So at what point are you going to figure out whether it's a RAM issue? Like, what is it? Because at the end of the day, and I said this in the mod chat earlier, it looks really bad when you go from, hey guys, stop trading your accounts, we are investigating, to hey guys, it's fixed, to hey guys, stop trading your accounts again within 12 to 24 hours. It's not okay. And then when you have people who were reporting these same issues on the 6th and the 10th, and RITHMIC was saying, oh, there's no issue, but the same issues those people were dealing with is what they are dealing with now, that's a problem. So are you going to acknowledge that there truly were issues on that day? I'm confuzzled. I am. I did just take this trade. I broke even because the zigzag changed, as you can see. But RITHMIC sucks. They suck. They suck. They suck. And it's definitely making Apex look really bad. Like, really bad. It does. It just really does. I'm over it. I can't log into my Schwab. I'll see if I can log into mine. Good morning, Trader's Chick. They forgot to mention the daily resets on Top Step X last night. And I even saw someone that was like, I wish that Apex would create their own platform. And it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, they have their own platform, but they still use the same data providers. Good morning, Online Safety. How are you? Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, Tradeovate has had its issues here and there, right? I've always said that if Apex ever, and I'm gonna say it again, if they ever, and I mean ever, decide to use CQG without Tradeovate, so I don't want Tradeovate accounts. I don't want to pay extra for Tradeovate accounts when I'm still going to trade on NinjaTrader. You get what I'm saying? But if they ever use CQG as the data provider, baby, I'm in there like swimwear. I will cancel every account that I have. Yes, I will. Just to get away from RITHMIC. That's how much I hate RITHMIC. I don't care if I got 20 accounts and I got to start all over. I will start all over just to get away from RITHMIC. Seriously. It's insane. And it's like, for me, even on the days that they were resetting and stuff, y'all see, like, I just looked up and got a reset. I was negative for that day, but I wasn't necessarily affected by any of the issues, you know? And I feel like really the only reason why I've been quote unquote affected is just the fact that I haven't been able to trade. Like, and I think what's the most frustrating for me personally is the fact that, like, every week that I've been trading, I've been getting better. I've been putting in the chart time, all this other stuff. This is week 4 of me switching to the way that I'm trading volume, going from the volume of each swing to the and comparing it to the volume of the reversal bars, to just looking at where the POC is on my entry bar compared to levels, right? And I've seen, even when I went back to my YouTube channel a couple of days ago, and I just wanted to look to see like the red days versus the green days in the last 3 weeks. And the red days were not that bad. -$100, -$20. I had one day that was pretty bad. But aside from that, like, I see the progress just in my P&L. And when I take into account that there was a lot of trades that I did not take and stuff like that, like, I've seen a lot of progress. But the fact that I can't even trade it to see what additional things I need to do, you know, to make this strategy better, that's the most frustrating part for me. To feel like you are this close to getting your strategy where you want it to be, and you can't even trade it to see. Like, what? That's annoying as hell. It's annoying. And I'm just over it. I'm over it. And I honestly feel sorry for the people who had issues on those two were not acknowledging this day. I feel sorry for them. What I don't feel sorry for is the people who knew that there were issues and still traded. But there were people who genuinely did not know that there were issues because they don't pay attention to Discord when they are trading, which I don't feel like I said that last week. Why do I need to keep Discord open? I should get a text message if there's a problem, right? So those particular people, you know, who weren't chancing it, because you do have some people who see that there are issues and then they chance it like, well, we're going to get a reset anyway. I don't feel sorry for those people by any means. I don't. All right. So I chanced it on that particular trade. I don't really like it at all, but I've been trying to figure out. So that's one of the trades that I've been trying to figure out, like, again, where I want the POC to be. So the POC was in the body of that candle. I prefer the wick, but there's one particular time where I'm okay with it being in the body of the candle, and that's one of the times. But again, today I'm just testing if any of the setups happen where, like, I don't really know if I like that. I'm still going to take it today just so I can have record of it on my charts when I'm going back and back testing and stuff like that. So hold on, I need to write down, that was because what I want to do is by the end of this week, I want to know for sure, like, I don't want anything else on my cheat sheet of question marks. Like, we just need to know exactly what we want to look for. If there's these times where, like, oh, it sets up like that and it works sometimes, I need to know exactly, like, is it a break even type of thing? Is this the one time it's going to lose out of 10? Like, I need to know that. Because going into next week, hopefully if we can not have any RITHMIC issues as well, but going into next week, like, I want to be confident in each of the setups and know exactly what I'm looking for and exactly what I'm not looking for, and just going with it like that, for real. Good morning, Rio. Yeah, that's gonna be the title of my stream until they get their shit together, because I'm over it. Good morning, Lisa. How are you guys this morning? It's emotionally draining to accept a loss for it to be reset. Like, do you reconcile that? Yeah, like, so for me, when I have a loss day and it's reset, it's like, all right, cool, whatever. You know, I'm cool with it. Hey, I just got helped out because, again, I don't have the issues, right? And I still treat it as a lost day, outside of my P&L just not being affected, right? But I know that it's very frustrating. Like, when stuff like this happens, I go MIA from the Discord, because I'm not that person that's just going to be timing people out who are complaining, timing people out who are using negative type of emojis. Like, I'm not going to do that, because doing that to me pacifies the data provider that's giving us crappy service. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are human. They have the right to voice their opinions, voice their frustrations. I understand that you would prefer for it not to be that way, but I'm one of those people where, like, okay, if someone is going around saying something negative about you and it's true what they're saying, you can't be mad at that person for telling people about you. You need to be mad at yourself, because that's your reality. You're that type of person. These are the things that you are doing, right? You can't be mad at that person. Be mad at yourself, because that's the reality that you've created. When you are banning people and all this other stuff, you think they're going to stop talking shit about you? No, they're just going to do it somewhere else. And maybe you should keep these people in the Discord. And how about this? Allow RITHMIC staff to be in the Discord so they can see how frustrating this is for the traders. It's not good enough them hearing it from your staff, which I'm pretty sure the staff is chewing them out. The ones who do, speak to and communicate with RITHMIC on a daily basis, I'm pretty sure they're chewing them out. But just that's not enough. Put them in the Discord so they can see how trash this service is for real. Because it's bad. It's really bad. The data submission lags are bad. Like, okay, so the reason why they didn't reset RITHMIC people yesterday was because, according to them, the RMS risk management error that was popping up was preventing people from getting into trades. And while that might have been true for some people, there were people who were able to slip through the cracks and still trade. So of course they think that everything is fine. And then when they get into the trade, they can't exit. Why? Because of that RMS risk management system error. Now for me personally, so it seemed like most of the people who had issues, it seemed like it had to do with the accounts that were reset on Friday. But I didn't even attempt to take a trade because for me, when I see people having issues, it doesn't bother me that much. But when I see like certain streamers are having issues or certain mods are having issues, like there's a mod who doesn't even use RITHMIC data. He uses CQG data. And he was having issues. And he has a high powered computer. He also has really high power internet. So when he was having an issue, oh baby, I'm not even getting out of bed. It's no point. It's no point. So when I see stuff like that and then they turn around and say, oh, there's no issue. Like, come on, bro. You're not going to sit here and tell me you done had all these issues for the last 2 weeks, but today is the one day that you didn't have issues just for 12 hours later, the same issue to be a thing. Like, come on, bro. This is insanity. It's insanity. I'm just over it. I am. I really am. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, this is a 10-second chart on the right. I wanted to start putting Rinkos next to a time-based chart just so that you guys can see like the difference or whatever. And because most of my trades last less than 10 seconds, that's why I chose a 10-second chart. It kind of makes the most sense to me for me to do that. But that way you guys can kind of see a little bit of the structure. And we kind of go from there. But yeah, I want to I really just want to have everything kind of solidified soon. Because I really do like this way of trading. I'm really enjoying it. But I just need to kind of finish off a couple of things. But I want to feel really confident going into next week. Alright, we're having trouble pushing past this lower high over here. But this is just an alternate pullback. And then it's like, if I end up positive for today, I'll be even more irritated because I could have been trading, but I don't want to trade because I don't know if your shit's gonna handle everything. Oh yeah, let me figure out how to give me a second. I'm gonna shoot, hold on, I don't need the size on there. Let me fix my accounts dashboard and then let's see, quantity, size. I don't need the size column. I'm going to do this. All right, hold on. I want to do this so you guys can see. No, it's not. Oh, that's not right. Hold on, y'all. Display. Oh, because I'm using the wrong thing. I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see my P&L and stuff. Just give me a second. All right, let's try this again. It's one of the captures. It's not display. Window capture. Okay, that's not right. Is that the one? Oh, that is the one, but it's not gonna do it right. All right, y'all gotta give me a second. I gotta figure out how the hell we're gonna make this work. So I forgot when I do the window captures like that, it doesn't work properly. All right, so this is setting up exactly like the one that I lost earlier, except that one won. However, based on what the inside of the bars look like, I don't know if I would have gotten filled though. This is what the inside looks like. That's the bar I would have been filled on, and there was literally one tick of drawdown. I just don't know if I would have gotten filled. So I'll count that one as I'm going through and looking to see if I'm okay with it being in the wick. Because I really think I'm just going to prefer the POC being in the body of the candle for that particular setup. Yeah. Yeah, it's a 10-second chart. I think that the 10-second chart honestly shows the structure the best in how I'm taking trades, because when I'm on like a 1-minute chart or anything like that, my trades kind of don't make sense. But this, I feel like a 5 or a 10-second chart is what makes the most sense in regards to seeing structure in the way that I'm trading. But we'll see. I have to figure out oh wait, maybe I could do this. Properties, filter by account, sim. I always have an issue with oh wait, let me put the chart back up. And then all right, we'll do it this way. So I feel like the other way is not gonna work. All right, sorry guys. Adjusting this on the screen in front of y'all is gonna be a little ghetto, but just work with me here. All right, I gotta crop the bottom. I probably should have did this beforehand, but oh, that's too far. Y'all be all right. 320. Uh-oh. 325. Okay. I think that'll be good. We'll just put that real big and ghetto right there. Or what I could do is, let's do this. This will probably be even better. So this is the only part that matters anyway. Alright. There we go. That way y'all can see it as it's going up and down. You hate tap dancing for jobs. Yeah. No bueno. And that's exactly what it feels like. That reminds me of the Amanda Seals, the clip of her on Club Shay Shay recently. She was talking about that. Oh shoot, my screen went black. Oh. Excuse me. No trade right now. We're starting with a double bottom, and I'm not a fan of the double bottom starts right now. Not for this particular setup. So I'm just gonna wait, kind of see what happens. Middle of an interview, I was like, damn it, I have some self-control. Yeah, because it's like, look, you see my resume. Yeah, people flodge on resumes all the time, right? But you see my resume. It's the reason why you want to interview me. Ask me certain questions, cool, but it's like, why do I have to try to oversell myself to get this job? And I get it, you know. New hires are very expensive for most companies because of all the money it takes to train them, whether you are taking somebody out of one role to go train them, or, you know, your trainers are more expensive per hour than when they're working their regular job. I get it. But you obviously need somebody to fill this position. Based on my resume and my personality that's shining through this interview, that should be enough. I'm not going to sit here and oversell myself. Either you want me or you don't. It's so stupid. And sometimes it just makes you think, like, do you really need to hire somebody, or are you just doing this just cause? Because what the heck? What the heck? So let me see. Those last 2 trades that I took that won, those were the setups that I was more, well, besides my break-even trades, because my break-even trades were also valid trades. But the 2 trades that I lost this morning are definitely the 2 trades that I have question marks by. So I'm going to be really interested to see, like, once I look over that data today, which I already am in the process of doing anyway. Like, I've already started to track these things. But I'm definitely curious to see, like, what the win-loss is at this point, because I think that those will just be axed. I did look over yesterday's price action, and I would have only had 2 valid trades in the entire session, but they both won, so I could dig that. Let's see. Oh, so it's from this point to that point. Okay. I haven't looked at a 10-second chart in such a long time. I actually have a girlfriend that trades 30-second charts, and she's pretty successful with it, actually. She's just 30-second Heikinashi charts. That notice is completely incorrect. Sorry, guys. I don't care. I was in a trade and it would not let me out. Yeah, I'm not finna let these people stress me out in Discord today. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. It's not worth my mental health. It's not. I'm not using my mental health resources to deal with this crap. Trying to see if we're gonna reject here or not. Nope. All right, we pushed too far. So let's see what happens next. Seeing a 2 to 3 second delay in order placement, and that's with the lag being 0.005 seconds. Oh yeah, where's my market? Oh shoot, we're coming up on rollover date. Oh, gotta do this another way. Hold on. All right. Just wanted to do this. It's early, but I'd rather do it now because I know myself I'll forget. So this way we know ahead of time. This is how I determine when I roll over my contracts. I know there are some people who just go based off of the rollover date in CME. I personally don't do that because you can roll too late or you can roll too early. Most of the time what you'll end up seeing is that most of the volume pushes to the next contract that the first, usually that Monday or whatever, but there are times where that is not the case. It just kind of depends. So I just like to look at this, and what I do is right before I start trading for that particular day, I will look 1 minute before the market opens, the New York market opens. I'll look at which contract has the most volume. There's usually one particular day where they're pretty equal, and on the days where it's pretty equal, I'll typically just switch to the newer contract. But as soon as all of the volume shifts over right before New York open on the newest contract, that's when I roll over everything. All right, no trade here. The overnight highs there. Plus the POC isn't even where I want it to be anyway. Let me see. All right, let's see how we react here. Damn, I pushed down too far. I want to see most of the volume be pretty high in this candle, and right now it looks like it's right at the open of the candle, which I don't like. Now it's pushing into the body. Oh yeah, I am now trading off of the buy and sell rotation levels. However, the volume of the swings have to be a certain way for it to work out, which it is working out here, but The POC is so low in this candle, I don't want to take it. But yeah, basically what I've realized and found out is that if I'm taking a trade going back towards a buy or sell rotation level, the volume of the current swing that I'm about to enter on the reversal for, it needs to be less than the previous volume of the last swing that goes in the same direction. So like here, if we would have rejected here, I would have been fine because the volume of the swing was 1.8 thousand and this one was 2.5 thousand. But now it would not be okay because we pushed so high that there's over 5,000 volume in this swing. So that means that there was too much of a rejection off of this level to try to trade going back towards it, if that makes sense. So now we wait for the pullback. See what happens. Thank you. I have the same sentiments. I didn't see the notice board. I'm gonna have to go look. All right, so depending on how we reject here, I might get into the trade. We will be rotating over the prior close and current open and this VWAP here, but I want the POC to be kind of high in this candle right now. And it's not, it's pretty low. So, all right, now we kind of pushed where I want it to be. So now we just see what happens next. Only problem is I'll have to manually break even if we get up to the session high. Since it's not like we reacted off of the session high to go back towards it, this is kind of like a freestanding trade. So if it hits the session high, it's a high chance that it's going to reject off of it. So we're already rejecting pretty hard off of the VWAP though. Well, that's not the rejection I was looking for. My POC pushed down way too far. I was way too high. What the heck? Okay, if we stay there, I would like that. Damn it, stop moving. Let me go look at this notice board. The RITHMIC issue has affected multiple prop firms. This is not isolated to Apex customers. Apex has no control over such things, but we're determined we are quick to respond. We'll keep you updated in real time as we have more information. Don't cancel accounts. Don't trade affected accounts. Don't remove them from the dashboard. This morning, orders were not affected. RITHMIC update. This morning, orders were not affected. Users simply could not log in. Therefore, there was no negative impact on accounts for those who were already connected. I don't get it. Let's see. All right, I can't trade right now anyway. We're at a weak level right after pushing off of the session high, so I gotta wait for the next reversal. If you experience lag at 9:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it was not lag, it was a volume spike and the market dropped. Thank you for your understanding and patience. Then they posted charts with a whole bunch of test trades. So that was at 9:03. However, it caused an uproar because there were people who have proof that they were stuck in trades and could not get out. So then 30 minutes later, we're still investigating. So please, everyone, calm down. This is a process which takes time. Bombarding the channels and the tickets will just slow us down in the process. Please remain patient and we will get back to you with more info as soon as we get them. But if you're still investigating, don't put out a notice saying that, hey, you guys' problems was not really problems. That's what I don't like. And I actually had to tell the mods a couple of days ago to stop telling people they don't have issues. I don't care if Apex tells you that it's not a real thing. I don't care if RITHMIC tells you it's not a real thing. Stop telling people that they're not having real issues. Don't repeat what people tell you about ghost orders are not a thing. Stop. Please. Just stop. Even on days when I don't have issues, I do not come in there and say, hey guys, well, I don't have any issues. No. Now, if someone asks, like, is anyone having RITHMIC issues right now? And I see it, I will say no if I'm not having issues. But it's so insulting to tell people that they're not having issues that they clearly are having and people are recording. Stop. Please. Like, I don't know if they need a crisis management PR. I don't know what, but this has got to stop for real. It just has to. This is insane. I don't get it. And at the end of the day, RITHMIC sucks. Just us. Like, I think it was it yesterday? It was either yesterday or Friday. Hold on. I think it was Friday's session or yesterday's session that I was watching the replay for Methodical Man. And now, granted, he did trade news. But even with that, like, for a couple of minutes after, he was just being put into trades that he wasn't taking. Like, how do you see that recorded by people and say there's no issues? I just don't get it. I don't and I won't. I want to look for, these RITHMIC issues are just too much. I have a max drawdown that I use in RITHMIC, so it closes my position once I hit max loss for the day. Helps to avoid blowing the account. I tried to close it at break even. Mind you, I couldn't exit my damn trade at break even, so it went and hit my stop loss. Then reopened another ghost trade, which should not be possible due to RITHMIC drawdown stoppage, and it just kept going. The below losses shouldn't be possible due to my safeguards. My PAs are lower, but I use MNQ. These last couple of weeks have left me exhausted and constantly in the negative. My accounts went from green to red. I've been happy that I haven't blown accounts, but the losses will take a while to get profitable if things go well. I really hope Apex makes this right. Here you go. Having proof that RITHMIC should be stopping you out. Like, their own stop parameters can't work because of their shitty service. And see, look, I just said this. Now people are complaining. This is where the confusion comes in. One mod says RITHMIC has issues known. The other one says it was just a login problem. This is not going to end well for anyone, it seems, on the other side. I just said this. And then there's one mod who, when people talk about being stuck in trades and stuff and they're like, oh, my account's gonna blow, it's like, oh, well, are you risking too much? Like, you shouldn't be able to blow your account from one trade. You should be trading micro. Like, shut the fuck up and stop telling people what contract size to use. At the end of the day, if they're using the contract size that works best for whatever risk management protocol they have in place, then I don't understand what you're talking about. Just shut up and leave people alone. That's what I want people to do. Just shut up and leave people alone. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? Good morning. I want to look for oh, these people are fed up, baby. They are fed up. There was this one video that I saw and I just felt so bad for this person. Wasn't that one? Damn it. I don't know. He might have removed it. It looks like he removed a whole bunch of posts in his group, which I get it. Your group was never supposed to be for support or just constant complaining. However, if people got shit to complain about, where is it? Y'all, I can't find the video I'm looking for. Oh, maybe I should filter that way. Was it this video? Yeah, it is. All right. So this was a video. I gotta see when the date was. What does it say? June 7th. Is it playing? Yeah. Oh, that's not gonna work. Watch how like orders are just popping up. Now this was one of the days that they did reset, I believe, right? Because I think it was the 6th and the 10th that they didn't. But this is the same day where people were antagonizing people and telling them that there's no such thing as ghost orders. Do y'all not see it flashing on the screen? Now I think, and this was another thing, when it came to Friday, they were initially saying that there was no issue with the platform per se in the performance. It was just that the P&L, there was a P&L issue, right? And my problem is that a P&L issue is still an issue. Thankfully, they made it right. But if somebody sees or now this person, their orders were disappearing right away. Other people, that was not a thing. And I've seen video proof, right? So if somebody has an order on their screen that is not supposed to be there, and telling them that, hey, you only had an issue with reversing and continuing to be put in because you were put in a loop because you kept spamming the close button. I do know that spamming the close button will create a loop of orders. Absolutely. However, there were people that were not doing that. There were people who had proof that they just pressed the button one time, never again, and they were put into a loop of orders. But if somebody sees a P&L flashing on their screen that they're in a trade that they're not really in, of course they're going to push the close button. Of course they're going to push the flatten all button. So to say that these people caused the issue themselves because they were trying to close a trade that was not actually supposed to be there because of a P&L issue on the platform or the server, like, please. I'm all for people taking accountability and responsibility. I'm all for that. And I also understand that Apex doesn't own the data server, and technically they don't really have to reset accounts, even though that's their thing to do. But just like you're not responsible, the traders aren't either. I'm just over it. And I literally said Sunday, I just want one straight week of no RITHMIC issues served on a silver platter. And how do we start the week? The first 2 days, issues. Even if it's a login issue, that's an issue. Why is that even a thing? I just don't get it. Lost another PA this morning. Sucks already. Taking my losses. I'm done for the day. Yeah, shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Did you at least follow your rules though? Tell me you at least followed your rules. If it was RITHMIC problems, you might be able to get it back. I don't know. The way it's looking, I don't know. Whenever I see a notice where they are saying, like, you just have to look at verbiage, right? And to be honest with you, most of the time, us mods, we don't know how they're going to handle stuff ahead of time either. And that's why I just take the precaution of just not trading. Like, certain issues, like I told y'all, I'll still try to trade. But certain stuff, I'm like, Or if I see certain people complaining, not doing it. But yeah, you have to look at the verbiage that they use when they put the notices out, and you can typically tell based on the verbiage if they are thinking about resetting accounts or not. And I do understand why they don't put that information out ahead of time, because the reality is you have people that will see early in the day that they're going to reset accounts based on the data provider's issues, and then you'll just have people YOLOing, right? Because they know that if they end up red, they're just going to get reset anyway. They will take trades that they wouldn't normally take, just stuff like that, because they know it's going to be reset. And that's not right. That's gaming the system. And honestly, that's the reason why a lot of times they try to do this. Oh, there was an outage in this particular time frame, and they'll only reset accounts in that particular time frame because you have people that do that. But my problem with that personally is that you'll have it where they say, like, oh, well, we're only resetting accounts that were affected between, let's say, 7 and 10. And then at 10:05, people will still be having issues that people were having before 10:05, right? That's my problem with that. But I just think that the people that have been abusing certain things, they're just messing it up for everyone, honestly. They just are, unfortunately. All right, let's see what kind of push down we have from here. We created a new session high on top of being at the prior high. So let's see what kind of rejection we get here. I really wanted to take this trade, but the POC was lower than I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be pretty high in that candle. So yeah, we'll wait. Followed my rules, missed my stop loss, walk away from. Ooh. Did it blow past it and just not close you out? Oh, that's what I need to do. Figure. What is I just want to see what the 5-minute chart looks like right now. Ew. Okay. It's not too choppy. I'm actually surprised that I didn't have more setups. All right, back to a 10-second chart. It's like it took a nosedive and just pushed straight up from. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't have more setups right there. But I wonder, let's go to a 1-minute chart actually. Very interesting. All right. See what kind of push. I'm not sure if we're gonna push through 114 to try to come down, or if we're gonna try to continue the uptrend. See what kind of. We're kind of rejecting off of the high from, what is this, yesterday around 2 o'clock. Like right in that same area where price started to push down from. And price rejected from there on the 7th as well in the afternoon session. This is Friday's afternoon session high, so we're kind of like around the same area right now. So let's see what happens. And Mr. Stop Loss, that's whack as hell. Janelle, do you use limit orders? For me, the London session seems much easier to trade than NY. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. So ever since whatever day that was that I had to, what was that? Tuesday is when I traded the afternoon session so I could try to blow the account, but I ended up getting it back positive $700. I actually liked the afternoon session, but I used to trade the afternoon session. I loved it. What I did not like was the splitting of the sessions. I didn't like trading like 8:30 to, I think I would do 8:30 to 11 and then come back 12 to 2. I'm not going to be on the charts all day. So for me, if I wanted to trade the afternoon, I would need to choose one, afternoon or morning, and leave it at that, because I can't consistently trade that many hours each day during the week. I cannot. And I can't consistently split my day like that. And I just prefer to be done at 11 o'clock in the morning, because by the time I'm done journaling at 12 o'clock, you know, I can really get my day started. I can go work out, I can break my fast, I can shower, I can do everything that I need to do, go run errands at the store and everything, and still be like completely done with everything I need to do by, I don't know, maybe like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, I just honestly prefer that. I do. Where did I write? Oh, there. Okay. I was looking for something on my cheat sheet, which I need to redo. I'll probably redo it today after I look at these couple of little lingering things that I want to look at. If I traded the London session to me is not consistent enough with volatility and volume for me to trade it. If it was more consistent, I honestly wouldn't mind trading London, because that's like the hours that I prefer to be awake anyway. I don't like waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning to trade. So if I would be able to find consistency with that, oh, absolutely, I would do it. Absolutely. But just not enough movement. Just not enough. RITHMIC froze for several minutes. I thought maybe log out and log back in, but couldn't log in. I wasn't in a trade, but I couldn't log on to any server I wanted to. What? I think this is the dude who was in my inbox asking me why he was timed out. If we can prove them wrong once, we can prove them wrong every single day. So they won't reset anything that's in their interest. RIP. These people are cuckoos. Your morning strategy is Are you talking about your NY strategy? Miss, I like trading New York. So are you team New York now? I was all kinds of rewinded. YouTube, please. Eating lunch treats me better though. No. No. So y'all, I started to hold on. Why we got 100 messages in the last hour? So I started this new thing about a week ago where I'm eating only twice a day. And so far, I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know. I've never been the type of person who believes that everybody should be eating 3 times a day anyway. I think a lot of stuff that I learned like in nutrition class and stuff, kind of when you get to the meat and potatoes of everything, a lot of that stuff is just like the food pyramid. All of that stuff is cuckoo. Okay? Don't believe it. Everybody does not need to consume 2,000 calories a day either. But anyway, so I'm so used to being a lot more active as far as working out, doing cardio, just different things like that, moving around a lot more. And in the process of me getting so deep into trading again and developing strategies and, I don't like this one, let's make this one a thing, and back testing and studying and all the chart time and stuff, I'm not as active as I was before. So of course, naturally, your metabolism starts to slow down and your digestive system and everything like that. And when I tell y'all, like a week and a half ago, I feel like I was walking around with a watermelon in my stomach. It was really bad. And I'm not that big. I'm 5'10", 168 pounds. So I'm not big by any means, right? So walking around feeling like that is a little insane. So I don't know. I had watched one video on something related to that a couple of weeks ago. And of course, now it just bombards my YouTube algorithm with it. And so I was like, you know what? Let me look into eating twice a day. I know there's like a OMAD. There's an OMAD where you eat 1 meal a day. There's another thing where you kind of like alternate day fasting, where you eat in a certain eating window on one day and then you don't eat at all the next day, and you kind of alternate like that. That is not ever going to be me. I will disappear. But I went down to twice a day and I love it so much more. I think even when I start to work out more consistently and things like that, I'm probably going to stick to 2 meals a day. Now, I still eat the same amount of food. I just eat it in 2 meals instead of 3. And I just feel like you overwork your body's systems when you're literally eating so many times a day. That's just what I think. But yeah. So now I've been breaking my fast a lot earlier too, because even though I stay up as long as I always have, I just feel better when I stop eating at a certain time. So I kind of like break my fast usually around maybe 12:30 or so, because that gives me time to journal and everything. Because what I don't want to do is get off the charts, go start eating, then I journal. Like, I'm somebody, like, my tasks have to be compartmentalized. That's the only way that I can get through my day. So yeah, I still eat the same breakfast, but instead of like a salad and smoothie for lunch, I'll only drink the smoothie because it's very easy for my body to digest that. And then, when you go to a restaurant, most of the time your appetizer or what comes with your entree is a super salad. So now I just eat my salad right before my dinner. And yeah, my body loves it. I've lost a little bit of weight since I started doing it, but I think I was probably like, maybe it hasn't been much, maybe like 172 or something. So I've lost like 4 pounds since doing it, but I just basically got back to the weight that I already was, because I lost like 17 pounds after I stopped taking these supplements that were adjusting my hormones. So I'm basically back to where I was when I lost the initial 17 pounds, and I feel great. I do. You've been converted. Wait, that's what I do twice a day. Twice a day is just so much better. And the thing is, like, I don't even eat heavy foods. I don't eat. Most of my diet is literally fruits and vegetables. I do have meat at dinner time. Because I'm not a vegan, and I was vegan for like 18 months. I would never do it again. I didn't have issues or anything, but I just would never do it again, just me personally. But yeah, like I just don't eat heavy, and I don't consume a lot of food anyway, but I don't know. I think I could stick to twice a day. I'm not gonna lie, those first couple of days though, Baby, that 7-hour stretch between meals almost killed me. It almost got me. But now I'm used to it. And I think the other reason probably why I always felt like I was just full all day is because I drink a lot of water. Like before I even eat my first meal, I usually will have like tea, and then I'll have one of these. It's a bottle of alkaline water, which is almost 34 ounces. So I do that before I even put any food in my stomach at all. And then typically, sorry, I was trying to see if this was going to set up or not. So then I have breakfast, and then between breakfast and now my smoothie for lunch, I will typically, usually if I don't drink everything, I'll try to finish it, because sometimes I'll have a little bit left, but otherwise I'll drink another one of these, which I think this is like probably 20 or 24 ounces. So I'll drink that between my breakfast and my smoothie, and then from my smoothie to dinner, I'll have another one of these. And usually I'll have like a half of one of these after dinner before I go to sleep. So I drink a lot of water, which is good, but because your body can't really tell you, when your stomach growls, it does not mean you're hungry. It either means you're dehydrated or thirsty, or you're hungry. But most people take that as I'm hungry, right? So for me, I think because I do drink so much water, that it just makes me full all day, like too full if I eat 3 times a day. So, but I'm liking the adjustment. I think I'm going to stick to it. Thank you, Online Safety. Oh yeah, you guys, my birthday's coming up in 2 weeks. I'm an old woman. Some of us just want some form of dead animal on our plate, I promise. I'm not going to lie. Those 18 months were not that bad. But I'm going to tell you where I fucked up. So, my fiance at the time, we used to work out like 5 days a week for the most part. And this was years ago. So I think I started my vegan journey probably when I was about 20, like almost 21 probably. So anyway, so we were working out 5 days a week. And so after one of our workout sessions, he's like, oh, well, we're going to stop at Steak and Shake on our way home. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me tell y'all, Frisco melts are my kryptonite. So he like, you want something? I'm like, no, I don't eat meat. Da 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 da. Baby, we pulled up and we walked in to get the food. I smelled that Steak and Shake and I said, ooh, order me one, please. And I've been eating meat ever since again. Ever since. Now, honestly, because I ate so much chicken, I thought that when I gave up chicken for almost 5 years ago now, it's been 4.5 years. I thought that when I gave up chicken that I was not going to eat meat as much because that was always my go-to. But baby, no. I just found alternatives because But I do try to limit it to where like during the week, I primarily just eat fish or turkey. And then typically on the weekends, I'll have a burger or like a beef hot dog or something like that. Yeah, that's my preference, just because the other stuff is just not as heavy and everything. Yes, Frisco melts. I just had me a Frisco melt a couple days ago. Listen, Frisco melts do me right every time, okay? And make sure you get that extra Frisco sauce in the cup on the side so that you can dip your fries in, okay? I'm about to get breakfast now and go to the gym at 11. I'm not working out today. I've decided I'm only working out 2 days a week, and I worked out Sunday, and baby, I'm still sore, and I have stretched every night since Sunday, and it has done nothing. If y'all see the way I sit back down in my chair, baby, I look like, I just plop. My muscles don't work right now. They don't work. I am going to get on the treadmill for probably 15 minutes. I don't think I want to go past 15. I'll never go past 20, but I think I'm going to do 15 today. 15 on an incline, gradual incline. Well, see, we are really choppy right now. And we're trading in areas I can't trade. So We wait. Trying to see what price is gonna do. I will be eating salmon, broccoli, and a baked sweet potato tonight. I made some it wasn't yesterday, it was Sunday. I made some creamy Tuscan salmon Sunday, so I'm gonna have that over some rice. It's my mom and my grandma's favorite meal for me to cook, so I had to do that on Sunday. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I was stupid. First, I worked out, then I showered, and then I started cooking. And baby, let me tell you, dumbest thing ever. I was so exhausted. The heat from the kitchen, my body just being tired from the workout. Like, I would never, ever cook after a workout ever again. I can't. I cannot. Epsom salt soak. I can't tell you the last time I've been in a tub. I hate being in a tub. Like, legit, I'm not lying to you. Probably the last time I sat in a tub was probably like 6-7 years ago. I hate it. I do. It's probably been long. No, it's been longer than that, actually. It's been longer than that. I just hate it. I hate baths. I think that baths are so disgusting because I just feel like people are swimming in their own dirt. It's so gross. Now, if I do ever take baths, I always will shower first. And by the time I do all that, who's finna sit here and now run water to go sit in some water? No offense to people who take baths, but you're swimming in your own dirt. I had to increase my eating to 2 meals a day, high protein meals. I started back lifting heavy weights for the past 2 months. Oh, so you were only eating once a day before? I said I want to train for a marathon, even though I hate running. Help. Girl, I would never convince you to do that. First of all, my knees and I can't even jog at this point. I can't jog. I can't run. Like, just the impact. My knees and my back are so bad already. They've always been this way, but it's so bad I can't. Like, I hate walking on the treadmill, but now I'm kind of forced to, unless I was like at a gym and I can just walk around their track or something. But I can't even walk outside anymore. That kind of started my back injury that I had for 6 months. I honestly believe is from the walking, which is weird because a couple of years ago, we had went on this Vegas trip, and because of how much we were walking, we did have the bus passes and stuff, but because of how much we were walking, I decided, when I get home, I'm just gonna walk a mile a day or something like that, which I was doing for a while, very consistently. And I didn't have issues then, but this particular time when I started my cycle of walking again, I think that my lower back just got so injured just from the impact from the concrete. And I had good walking shoes, good running shoes, everything like that. And it was the same brand of shoes, the same exact model and brand of shoes that I was using years ago when I was walking. However, because like in my neighborhood, the pavement isn't like level, I think that's what was causing so many issues on my left side, because the pavement's like this a little bit and this is my left side. So I think it was just putting too much pressure on my lower back on the left side. I'm not sure. But eventually, once I kind of realized that's what it was, then I would do like half of the walking one direction, and then the other half walking the other direction. And that did not help. So now, at least on the treadmill, I don't have to worry about, the inconsistency with the leveling of the plane. And I'll just have to keep doing that. But I hate walking on a treadmill. I do. Like, I need scenery. Something. But treadmill it is. Good morning, True Seeker. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Sue Trades. How are you this morning? I run like twice a week. That's the most I'm going to do at this rate. I'm going to be ready next year. Now, one of my best friends, he loves running, and he'll go run out at this lake that has this little trail that's near him. But I probably legit, no lie, I have not done any form of running or probably even, well, jogging unless I'm running after my nephew because he got some in his hand he ain't supposed to have. But like full blown just running and stuff, I have not done that since I stopped playing basketball in 2010. Because I already was warned by doctors, like, you need to stop. So once I was done playing, baby, it was so easy for me to say, don't you worry, won't ever do it again. Ever. Started off on a treadmill because it was cold, but I actually like running outside and I live by the beach. Oh, well, you got some good scenery. I can tell y'all. So this is why I stopped walking in my neighborhood a couple of years ago. Which I was just doing it. Did I walk outside this year so far? I don't think so. I think the last time I walked in my neighborhood was in the fall. But one of the times that I quit walking for a while in my neighborhood, baby, let me tell you. So I was probably about halfway through the lap. And the way that my neighborhood is, like, you know, I have to walk probably about maybe a quarter of a mile, and then there's a 4-point intersection, and then, you know, you go across and you get to another 4-point intersection, and then you come right back into my part of the subdivision or whatever. So I just made like a really big circle. And so as I'm walking and I'm coming up to that intersection, the house on the left, right across the street, there was a huge dog in the yard, no leash, no nothing. I don't know if he saw me or not. I don't know if he heard me. I know he didn't see me because he was like munching on grass. But baby, when I seen that, when I tell you, I swiftly turned back around, finished my lap going the opposite way, and went straight in the house. You ain't got to worry about me being outside no more. And that's honestly my only problem with being outside. It's just like, I wouldn't say there's no safety. Like, I live in a very safe neighborhood, but dogs, just anything. And I also feel like if I have some kind of emergency, whether it's a medical emergency or maybe my grandma calls me and says, I need you to hurry up and come. Like, there's no way for me to get back quickly because I'm walking and I ain't finna run home. I ain't finna jog home. And if I'm having an emergency, what am I supposed to do? I can't get back home to my car, or, you know what I'm saying? So I just rather be safe in my house. Just leave it at that. And I could be a lot more consistent with being in the house because no matter rain, sleet, or snow, I could still get on the treadmill. You know what I mean? But if I had it set that I wanted to go walking today and now it rained and the next day is too cold or the next day is too hot or whatever, like once I get a couple of days in a row of not being okay, consistency gone. Now I don't want to do it at all. At all. All right. No sell here. I'm glad we're starting to push out of this little chop fest. I'm looking to see what this next pullback is going to be, but it's kind of a weird area though. My middle level is a downtrend at the moment, but my minor and major are uptrends. So the level that will change the middle to an uptrend is here. So we're pretty close to that, and I don't know how I feel about trading near that. But this little area, this right here of chop, is literally all of this. But yeah, so we'll see what the pullback is gonna look like. We'll see. Let me see what it Alright, so this is a 30-second chart. I always feel like a 10-second is what looks best in the beginning of the New York session, but after 10 o'clock, probably a 30-second chart looks better for the way I'm trying to trade. But yeah, I already hate it, so any excuse I'm like, bet, I swear. I need to use the bathroom. But I'm trying to see what price is gonna do first. If we go up and we hit the prior high, then I'm gonna leave to go to the bathroom. But while price is kind of where it is right now, if we reject here, I do have the opportunity to get into a buy. But we'll see. And actually, that's just the prime high. Are we really going to reject there? Did it change at least? No. We didn't break it, did we? I'm going to see if we actually break the level, which in order to break it, the wrinkle bar would have to close above it, and it did not. So I can't get into a buy. Be right back. All right, you guys, I had to check on something. What are we looking like? Nothing. Literally nothing. And I highly doubt anything happens in the next 20 minutes for me to be able to trade. Did anyone FOMO into GameStop? Nah. I haven't bought stocks in so long. So long. Are we finally gonna get the rejection and actually break this zone? Because this zone was created, well, first hit here. What is that? So I think that says 1010. I guess I could look on my own damn screen, right? 1018. That's when we initially tried to create the downtrend and we rejected. And it looks like now we might actually be attempting to push down for real. Let's see. Very interesting spot. Let's see. Held there. Yeah, so it's a level that's been respected prior to. Let's see if we push up or if we just reject again and actually use it as a level of support instead of resistance. It should head down. I hope so. I mean, I don't know if anything's gonna happen in the next 18 minutes that I would care about to be able to trade, but we'll see. We will see. I'm just hoping for the rest of the week I can actually freaking trade my accounts. Now I'm only gonna trade so one of the accounts actually renews on the 17th. And I'm actually pretty happy at the fact that that account has lasted this long and it's still technically in profit. It's $17 in profit. And I started trading that account, I believe, on the 20th. It was either the 20th or the 27th. So that's progress, because before I was just so used to my accounts just failing by, you know, the time they renewed and stuff. So I will be trading that account, and I'm going to be trading for the rest of the week the account that renewed on the 1st, the one that they had to just give me a totally different account number for. Okay, well, that's the push I like to see. Now, the account that I got back up to $700 in profit on the 4th, because it renewed on the 5th, I'm not going to start trading that account until next Monday, since the 5th is on a Friday. I'm going to do it that way. All right, well, the continuation of the sale is a dud. That was a nice lower high. Which was, let's see. Oh, wow. All right, so this lower high that pushed it down was started by this divergence on the Renko charts. The only reason why I didn't take this, even though the POC was where I wanted it to be, is because we were reacting off my major level. It pushed up off my major level, and I don't take any divergence trades off of that. But as you can see, it still worked out though. Ooh. Close 80.50. That almost worked out how I wanted it to, but not quite. This is interesting. Let's see if we can get a rejection off the bottom of the zone. Yes, no, maybe so. Right now, prices at my minor and middle levels. Just need a couple more ticks in profit for the break even to trigger. All right, that worked out. What was that entry in there? So this was just a, let me move this here. This was a deep divergence pullback. So obviously the trend changed to a downtrend once we broke the zone, right? So this was just a deep divergence pullback to my major level. My major level is literally at the bottom of this zone. The POC was where I wanted it to be and everything, so it worked out. Worked out exactly how I wanted it to. There you go, sell off, sell off. Technically, I should be in this trade, so I'm gonna enter it. We're simming anyway. I don't like the change of the zigzag, but it's not a divergence trade, so I can't really get out of it. I'm not the biggest fan of it though, so if it loses, that's fine. It is what it is. I have to figure out how I want to sorry guys, I'm just thinking right now. The only thing I did not like about this trade, right, is that we closed on my minor and middle levels, but we pulled all the way back to the major one. And most of the time when I see that happen, I don't want it if we're reacting at my major level, I don't want it to also touch my minor level, because that to me means that the levels are too close, which can mean that we're in a consolidated area. And then we have shit like this where I get stopped out to the tick just for it to drop 40 something ticks. Let's see. It's just a really weird area anyway, which based on how choppy it is, this is just one of those figure out how you want to trade this so that you don't deal with this in the future. All right, that just pushed where I did not want it to push, so see what kind of rejection we get here. No, you don't want to reject. That's cool. Oh, don't tell me we're about to do this though. Bro, what? What are we doing here? All right, so let me go review this. This moves back towards the zone, which right now I'm okay with it being off the bottom of the zone, so that's not an issue. This, no issue there. Yeah, it's just losses. And it is what it is. I would, without the two like questionable trades that I took in the very beginning of the session that lost, without those two, I would basically be break even right now. Which once I review everything, like I said, I think I'm going to take those out anyway. Did we reject? No, it didn't even hit the VWAP. I was trying to see if we rejected off the VWAP, but it actually didn't even touch it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with those losses. They just were losses. But I can tell you guys that I have, I'm going to go back and look through the data again today, but I'm really thinking that I might stop trading after 10:30 though. Either 10:30 or 10:45. And after these two back-to-back losses, that kind of solidifies what I really want to do. But we'll see. We will see. Are you going to stop me out again? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. So when I look at today's trades, I'm going to mainly look at the time of the trades. Like with these, I'm just going to look at the time of everything because I legit don't think I want to trade after 10:40. 10:45 at the latest is probably what it's going to be. Because I feel like, you know, we slow down so much after 10 o'clock. And then the price action to me between 10 and 11, 10:30, 10:45 to 11 is real questionable. And I don't get a whole lot of trades in that time frame anyway. So if I'm just going to have to deal with this, where these trades just earlier won, I would rather just not trade, you know? So we'll see. And I'm happy that I didn't trade my actual accounts. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just gonna wick there. All right, so I'm gonna look at all valid trades after 10:30 and or 10:45. Because I feel like it's just always an issue, honestly. Let me go look at my trade performance. When did I I start this? Like the 27th. All right, let's see. Wait, is this week? But yeah, I think it's really a time issue, honestly. May 20th. All right. I'm about to go through and look at my trade performance real quick because I want to see the trades after. Let's see, we got really after 10:45 is probably what I'm gonna look at. Got one trade at 10:57 that won. There's a break even. But I really feel like 10:30 is gonna be my cutoff, honestly. There's losses. There's a TP. And then we got a loss there. Are these not recording? Bro, all of the trades are not even showing up. This is annoying. How is it not even showing up? Oh, I'm slow. All right. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think 10:45 is going to be my cutoff. I think that's what we're going to do. I agree. It's a complete chop fest after 10 o'clock until power hour. Yeah. And see, I've always toyed with the trading times, right? Like when I used to do the split session, I would stop trading the indices at 10 and I would only trade crude oil. And did I still trade gold? I feel like I only traded crude oil from 10 to 11. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I want to go look at yeah, see, there's this this is an article from, what is it, thebalancemoney.com. And when I was trying to figure out what times I wanted to trade, this is kind of like how I looked at things. So let me push this over a little bit. So this is based on Eastern Standard Time, which I'm Central. And so it says around 10:15 to 10:30 a.m. my time. The market is heading into lunch hour. London is getting ready to close. This is when volatility will typically die out for a couple hours, but often the daily high or low will be tested around this time. European traders usually close out. Now this is in regards to the stock market, but obviously we're trading the combination of different stocks, right? When we're trading the Nasdaq. But anyway, 10:45 to 12:30, this is lunchtime in New York, plus a bit of a time buffer. Usually this is the quietest time of the day, and often day traders like to avoid it. I forgot about this, right? But literally I just said to y'all, I think I want to stop at 10:45 and look at what this says. So yeah, I'm gonna, so there's a couple of things that I want to look at as far as solidifying certain rules where I have question marks whether I want the POC to be in the wick or the body. But I also want to look at this. What's my stats so far with this strategy? With all of the data that I have, what do the stats look like after 10:30? When volatility is typically dying out? And what do the stats look like after 10:45? Because one of those is going to be my stop time starting tomorrow. Because I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can actually trade my accounts tomorrow. So in wanting to do that, I need to solidify my stop time. I've been saying for a while I don't think I want to continue going to 11, and today is kind of solidifying that, because these trades literally followed my rules to a T, and these were setups that typically work out for me. So the fact that they don't work out after a certain time, I just rather not trade it. So yeah, so we'll see. But anyway, so you guys see what the P&L looks like. Let me tell y'all how many trades I took and all of that stuff. Let me go through and do that. If you would switch. All right, so I took 11 trades today. Prior to the last couple of minutes, let's see. So I had 3 wins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses and 2 break-evens. But prior to, well, basically after 10:45, I had 1 win and 4 losses. So I was break even basically up until then, but I told you guys the 2 trades that I did lose earlier in the session were already setups that I was a little iffy on anyway. So yeah, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. But like I said, hopefully I can get back to actually trading my accounts tomorrow, because I'm really over having to sit out because RITHMIC sucks. And we'll see. Before 11 is when I take my best trades. After that I give back my profits. Yeah, and that's why I just always have stopped at 11. Besides the after, like, I did notice that in the afternoon I don't like my divergence trades, the counter trend divergence. If it's the divergence where it's just a bigger pullback into the same direction of the overall trend, those are no problem. Just my regular pullbacks that are obviously happening in the direction of the overall trend bias, no problem. That's how I legit got my account on Friday, or not Friday, on the 4th. That's how I got the account back to the initial drawdown and like $700 in profit, because I legit just took, I'm pretty sure I took the alternate divergence counter trend, which usually does work in the afternoon. And then I took a regular pullback. I sat out of like 2 regular pullbacks that won. But yeah, I don't know. I think we're just going to start stopping a little bit earlier, which is great for me. I could just start my day quicker. But yeah, once you notice a certain pattern, right? Like, not all strategies work during the entire session. Not all New York strategies work in London, and vice versa, right? So if you just notice that you're taking a cluster of losses at a specific time of day, well then guess what? It's time for you to stop. And honestly, I like stopping early because I don't ever get fatigued. Even if I'm super tired coming onto the charts, I know that I'm only here for 2.5 hours. Well, now it looks like it's going to be just 2, which is even better. But it's highly unlikely for me to go on tilt or anything like that, because I never reach a level of mental exhaustion, because I'm not stressing myself out trying to push through and continue to trade at times where obviously my strategy is not optimal. And honestly, there's a lot of strategies that are not optimal after a certain period of time, which is typically that middle part of the session until, like Janelle said, power hour, right? So we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I thank you guys for tuning in, even though I was just sim trading today. Hopefully we can be back on our regularly scheduled program tomorrow. But please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.